One ought to have a plan in life to achieve anything that he or she desires to achieve. It is easier to plan to do something as an individual than to do it as a collective, because most times the collective have individual views selfishly, and they move on their own time and pull away from the collective viewpoint whenever. And this is the case in every society, and Dominica is not prone to that kind of selfish acumen. Dominicans are beautiful people, and we have to be very careful how we criticize each other, because it is crucial that you build coalition, especially when matters of saving a nation or representing a people come to mind. And people may say, Alex, what it is that a nation has to be saved from? Oh boy, don't get me started on this one, because if we do not do what we have to do in terms of the collective for the general good of the people and of the nation, we're going to lose what we have right now. I mean, many nations have gone down that path in history, and I think Dominica is tearing down a double-barreled gun in terms of our inactions, or in some cases our action or actions. So there must be a plan B, because plan A does not seem to be working very well in Dominica. Whenever the call went out asking our leaders, especially our prime minister, who seems to be the ultimate leader and maybe the only leader who matters in Dominica when it comes to political affairs and social affairs too, because based on how things are rolling now, somehow all systems of state seems to have been collapsed into the authority of the prime minister, because he has been the one speaking on almost everything at every time, and whenever he speaks his foolishness, there are those who, in other sectors from other institutions, jump up to his defense and make excuses for him. I remember he telling us that wherever his party gets its money, it's not our damn business, and that we should go to hell. I mean, it doesn't get more serious than this. I mean, for a leader to so respond when a question of accountability was asked of him, and that was many years ago. There was one time he also said that there is no need for opposition. The opposition is lazy. Irrespective, lazy, ugly, uneducated, whatever, your opposition is vital to the running of the state. You cannot say that there should be no opposition. There's another time the gentleman said that he will be there for 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. He's already 20 and he wanting to do 25. So who is to say that he might not do 37? That's what Mugabe did, and maybe more. Gaddafi and this kind of vibes. There was one time also he said that if he's provoked, and I suspect he is very much provoked by the work that I do and others do, that he will be in office until his son Dimitri begins making children. I guess the little nuance in that is that when he steps down, Dimitri will step up. I guess. I do not know what to think, but one must not take these statements for granted. And when we speak about them, there are those who say, oh, the prime minister is just joking around, this political satire. Just like when he told the people from Bellevue that whenever people come to his house, because in the past, Leon Mundi, this means that that is my house. You should throw hot water on them. And again, he tried to delete this statement, but unknowing to him, it had already been published elsewhere, and it came out. And that again was a joke. When are we going to take our prime minister serious? Well, plan B, I believe, should be to leave him alone. Let him be. Probably retire the cause, like some of us have done in the past, and just let him be, and let time and the nature, the forces of good or probably evil, take care of him. But no, I don't think we should do that. I believe the ultimate plan B should be to forget about the prime minister and focus on the people. And hopefully, in time, the people will react, understand, and take action. Because it is really down to the people to determine what happens. And if those good and decent people who know better continue not to do better, they are in minority by any way, the majority will decide what it is that they're going to do. And I'm calling on the majority, because I'm sure that there is a majority of people, because I believe in the people. I believe our Dominican people are very savvy, very smart. And there is a majority of people who know that what the Prime Minister and those who are enabling him is doing, or are doing, is not being done in the interest of our country. And we, the majority, should do what it is necessary that is done to remedy the situation. Now, I may be far gone, long gone, or probably I may not be there to see what is this that is going to eventually come out of it. But I'm telling you that Dominica is not going to stay that way forever. And the predictions of the Prime Minister, I don't think they're going to come to pass. I think 20 years, 2 decades is more than enough. It's too much, especially in a democracy where if it has to remain healthy, there must be a constant change of the leadership. Your party can be in power for 100 years, but you cannot have one leader run a country for 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 years. That is ludicrous. And, you know, plan B, let's come together, let's get serious. Because there's a majority which does not seem to enjoy what is taking place in Dominica, but we need to empower that majority. And that should be what plan B should be. All moves that can be made to empower a majority to step up and do what is right by our country. And this is my Sunday Talk.